The U.S. continues to escalate its war against Iran.
Today will be, yet again, the highest volume of strikes that America has put over the skies of Iran and Tehran.
But the flow of oil through the Strait of Hormuz is still choked off. How much longer?
Finishing the job is opening the Strait of Hormuz to international traffic. I think it's a matter of a few weeks.
When he was commander of U.S. forces in the Middle East during the first Trump administration, Retired General Frank McKenzie helped develop the Iran war plan. A few weeks, as in 2 weeks.
I think at least 2 weeks, maybe a little longer, maybe a little less.
By McKenzie's reckoning, the U.S. is roughly halfway through a war which already has seen strikes on 15,000 targets. Does that mean we have another 15,000 targets still to go?
There are a lot of targets associated with the Iranian ability to try to close the Strait of Hormuz.
In the beginning, many of the strikes targeted Iran's most dangerous weapons, ballistic missiles which have rained death and destruction as far away as Israel, but not as much as feared.
Compared to what we were concerned they would be able to do, which was to volley fire hundreds of missiles at a time, the damage has been relatively minor.
Most American casualties have been caused by drones.
You're never going to probably have 100% success against drones all the time. And so one or two are going to get through, and they can cause significant damage should that happen.
But Iran is running out and struggling to build more.
Iran's entire ballistic missile production capacity, every company that builds every component of those missiles, has been functionally defeated.
Still, the Strait of Hormuz is effectively closed and the price of oil high. The U.S. has the most powerful Navy in the world. Why doesn't it just barrel in there and open the strait up?
Before you send warships up there, you want to make sure that you've removed Iranian ability to go after your high-value ships in a very narrow and constrained space where it's difficult to maneuver.
The U.S. has destroyed more than 30 of Iran's mine-laying ships, but that's only a fraction of the threat. How many mines does Iran have?
They have thousands of mines. The good news is we have an idea where they are, and while they're in storage, we have the opportunity to strike them.
Iran also has hundreds of fast boats and missiles, even some submarines. So the U.S. Navy may have to escort tankers through the strait. Will an American destroyer be riding alongside an oil tanker?
You should think of a line of ships probably following the leader, and you might actually lead with the tanker in front. In case you do hit a mine, you'd rather the tanker hit it than one of your warships.
A war that now seems all about oil began as a campaign to prevent Iran from ever getting a nuclear weapon. But the regime's stockpile of enriched uranium remains unaccounted for.
If you have the nuclear material, then you always have a path to a weapon. It may be much, much harder because your facilities have been destroyed, but nonetheless, you have a path to actually build something over time.
How can the U.S. rid Iran of its uranium stockpile?
You can negotiate on that. When we sit down to negotiate with the Iranians at the end of this war, it does not need to be as equals. It should be as victor and vanquished.